Alright, so when you are handling change of subject questions, what we have to make sure is that we follow the 4 steps. The simplifying step, and then after that we have the grouping step, and then we have the factorization step, and finally we have the division step. Yeah. So what does simplify means? Simplify means make it an equation so that there's no more brackets and no more fractions. So if you can see, these questions is one of each type. This one has got nothing in there, so basically I don't need to do the simplifying step. But for the next ones coming up, you will have to do them because there's a bracket, there's a fraction. So now let's go back on to question 1. So since there's no simplifying needs to be done, we will now skip to the grouping stage. So since the p term is 1 on the left and there's also 1 on the right, we need to group them together so that they are on the same side of the equation. So PQ stays there, and along with it we'll join the PR. We need to subtract it over. Okay, remember the grouping stage is always plus or minus only. So 2Q stays over, and now the grouping is done. We can gonna go to the factorization step. So P is removed with Q minus R in the bracket, so factorized, and then finally divide this thing over underneath 2Q. That would be the answer. So following all these 4 steps will get you the correct answer. And if you look at the second one, see there's a bracket, so open it up. So x times 3, 3x, x times y, xy. We need to group the y's together, so there's a y here and there's a y here. So xy stays here and the negative y would be added over. And since ax is on this side, we have to minus the 3x to the other side. So we have done the grouping stage. And now next is the factorizing stage. So y, remember when we remove the y, there's also 1 because y times 1 will get you the y. If you miss out this 1, then we are missing this term. And finally, so factorizing done, so divide. Divide what? Divide this x plus 1. It's done. The third one, so this is the hardest one. When we have a fraction, just consider all the denominators, the 2 and the x. So 2 and x is the only denominators. Multiply them together. So 2 times x is 2x. So 2x will be what we multiply on both sides. Now what is that going to do? That is going to actually simplify the fractions. The 2 is gone and the x is gone. So when the 2 is gone, the x is still there. X times y, xy. And the 2 will multiply the both terms on top. So 2 times 3x and the 2, which will now we open the bracket. So 6x is 4 xy. Now make x the subject, so minus the 6x over, leave the 4 there, factorize the x, and then divide the y minus 6 over. That's part A done. In part B, they're asking us y is increasing from 2 to 10. Write down the change of the value of x. So if y was 2, so when y is 2, if y is 2, then x should be when y is 2, so 2 minus 6, because y is now 2, so replace the y as 2 in there. So 4 over 2 minus 6, 2 minus 6 is negative 4, so 4 divided by negative 4, which is negative 1. And when x is 10, so sorry, when y is 10, because y increased from 2 to 10, so from 2 it becomes 10. So what if it's 10? So instead of 2, we write down 10 there now. It's 4 over 4, which is 1. So the old value was -1, and the new value is 1. So to find the change, we use it's always new one minus the old one. So the new is 1 minus the old value, -1, which is 2. So it's a positive 2. So the change is a positive 2. So then we can then say, therefore, x increase by 2.